The first thing that we're going to talk about when it comes to our systems thinking about, you got your MVP that you got to build. It has a couple things that it needs to do, and it's very tempting to put it in fewer packages. I strongly urge you to put more organization into this initial part of your MVP than you think you do. I have seen MVPs that range from, we just put everything into one file. It's cool, right? And that one file included a ton of concurrency that was not really working properly. It feels like a little bit more work to set up a little bit more structure in the beginning, but the fact is that it will save you exponential amounts of time. The main thing you need to understand about clean architecture is that it uses interfaces to talk to things so that it limits the amount of changes you have to make when you are modifying something. It's either in the business logic or it's in the external connection. This is an example of how you get that, where you know where everything belongs, everything has a home, everything has a place to go, that it's easier to clean up rather than having to sift through the closet of stuff to try to figure out which box you need to store this sock in, which is sort of what happens when we try to go in and make changes to MVPs that were not well organized. But if you've done the work to sort of divide things up, then everybody on the team knows what kinds of stuff goes where, right? Which means that while you might take a little bit of extra time doing the organization when you first build the code base, when you start to get to that scaling space where you then need to add a bunch of features and you need to do XYZ, it's a lot easier for you to do that. And if it's easier for you to do that, then it's also easier for you to estimate the project. It's easier for you to communicate out. It's easier to debug. There's all of these benefits to just adding a little bit more organization than people usually do for MVPs.